Guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. We are in some sort of a tower. The previous episode we finished up Andra's gift and got the paladin. Finally another tank, and then we started Heritage Heals. We cleared the whole top side of Heritage Heals, but there's one woman that I can't really interact with. I need to figure out what to do with her. But let's continue down this temple corridors. Well, tower. Let's see what the tower is all about.
Dead on.
And that's how it's done.
The Weaver's Song, Experience, Cloak of Comfort. Yeah, I've got no faith in Ghana. I don't like that guy at all. I think we should rest.
Slowly now.
Okay, well, there's obviously some Ardra things going on here. Okay, contemplate. Okay. And day 7, a week of study, and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trending remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without this spirit. Dearest mother and father, you will be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. Just silent. There are many incredible ruins here nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Inquisition tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here as our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort, and he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from the tower may one day help us find a cure for the Waidwind's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start at the day. All my love, Trindic. You make big boom. People die.
That's not very helpful.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Bullseye.
Day 2. We've completed our measurements of the machine. Thanks to Trinic's youthful agility, further examination is required to discover its intent and intended use. Leveling a whole district, maybe? I don't know.
Eyes open.
And that's how it's done.
I shall be discreet.
Okay. Let's go to level 2.
Hey there. Bullseye. Bullseye.
Why is it not attacking me? I think it's glitched on top. No, it's not.
Sure. And that's how it goes.
I think what happened is this machine activated and pulled the souls out of everyone, and that's why there's so many undead. So their souls were pulled out.
Bullseye.
Give me my flesh.
I'll teach you a lesson!
What's that? The stick? Yes, it's the stick. Project is female mid 40s awake. Oh. Letting patrons grow impatient with a lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy.
Quiet.
Letter from Icantha. Aldhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the two that came before it. I'd been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person. A firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I released the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the ruins. I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Icantha. I take it I should go speak to her again. One day. Page from Adam's journal, day 11. Finally get out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trendic, the sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing.
Easy does it.
A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He is barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He is so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns to see you, he snarls and scuttles behind the eyedrop pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He smashes his fist into the eyedrop pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Lost lips twist in disgust. If I had a copper skate for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to disaster, well, I would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Keep talking, Aldhelm.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Slow down. What does this machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his teeth, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened.
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
You're not like the other ghouls in the streets.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What about the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes, Acantha. She was here, in the district. Probably here still, always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
There's an animancer in his natural state, Watcher. Never has, as he respected the sanctity of the god's creation. Only now he no longer has the cunning to hide it. He should be put down like a sick animal, although not without first putting his spirit to the flames test. Proceed to the bottom.
You return. What have you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operating within machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of his soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Problem and heritage here are bigger than your rivalry, Acantha. But do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you, those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Her pride burns brighter still. Humble Aldhelm now. What's the tower's name?
It's called Ternuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
How do you operate the machine atop the Ternuneth?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. Here I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's very scientific. You're dead. What does it what does any of this matter? I won't abandon the opportunity. The souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animant in the history of the field. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. You can't leave these souls imprisoned. And who will stop me? Only I understand how to control the words of Ternuneth. So yes, I can. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. Nothing is more important. We gather and study, and through the transcend of thousand insectoid lives that brought it to us, and who will know about it? The bright thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying, I think, within language no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. The opportunity here is finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The foolish and foster sentiment, knowledge is meaning it needs no external purpose. Her pride smolders still. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. You're wrong. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. Then that will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that the ground grows and your legacy lives on. You was finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened diamond hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
Her cold dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Acantha has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Ingwithin once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ternuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Certainly. What do I do with the tower now that I have these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
I don't know, destroying it seems like it might do this place some good. You said the other towers around the Deerwood was constructed to move souls. Why would the Inquisitors have wanted to do this? Another mystery, but hypothetically anywhere they wish. The real question, as always, is why. To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields, to collect them like butterflies on a glass, to melt them down for raw essence. Unfortunately, I don't know. Remind me, how do you know so much about the tower? I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instruction manuals, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely. I still don't understand why the Inquisitors would want to build machines that tether souls. Perhaps they didn't. That's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Inquisitors as master of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained the expertise without copious trials and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment. Explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of the knoweth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings, you can speak them, and the tower shall obey. That's all. Thanks.
Keeping an eye out.
It was a quick district. Quick save. Proceed to the top. Looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely. His sores have beaten away patches of his skin and his joints. He looks at you with strange glimmering in his eyes.
Flesh.
He takes a tentative scouting step towards you. He doubles over, coughing up, stirring a black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Okay. Jagged arrow pillars rise in front of you, encasing the stone work and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize the words for it, end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription the manner into which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device, which is end. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Ardra pillar, Ardra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. Defiance Bay, major positive.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
Okay, return to Caed. Okay. Report to Maya at the brothel and on drugs grift. Okay. Descend. Yeah. Turn to current Hadred and back bay. Head and back and bay. Bolt the last. Give Vienna's research to Dunstan. Yes. Travel to the cave of Vegas. Yes. The Levant. Okay. Oh, I hope it was like leave Oh, I should have gone to the bottom.
Hey there.
But they said the thing is gonna release the souls, and I have to kill them to send them back into the rotation wheel thing. So what now? So I take it going to Andra's gift is the way to go now. There, that's the nice man who helped me. And thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted at the keep. Knights of the Crucible, major positive, Defiance by major positive.
Greetings.
I see stench hasn't driven you away yet. What's going on in there? But look, even if we were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I can say is whatever it is started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Was there anything else? Yeah, well. The tower, it's off. Does this mean the curse of honorary shields has lifted? It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I think it'll be some time before anyone will be willing to settle in the district again, but at least we can get started restoring it. Okay, so Andra's gift. Something last. Who's Goldfix? Oh, I need to run down there and see what there is as well. Maybe there's some more stuff to do.
Hello.
How about this place? Continue, of course. But I did the quest. How am I supposed to tell her? I did the quest, Broadbeam. Whatever, let's sleep. Just because we can. Person has arrived. Signers of secret employment. Maybe I should actually go to the thing. Yes, Caed, I need to go there as well. Report to Maya at the brothel. I will be relieved to hear I've dealt with Afer, the person who had up.
Gods keep you.
Maybe another team. Okay. Go upstairs quickly. Tell that girl I sorted out her problem. Quest looks bugged.
Welcome.
No way, he won't bother you anymore. Okay.
Gods keep you. Well met, friend.
Tell me about this place. Okay.
Gods keep you.
Tell me about this place. Continue, continue. Okay, well. Where's this bug? I'm not gonna. Okay, then we need to go to Brockenberry. There's quite a few quests to hand in there. Then back to Copper Lane. Oh, wait. Let's first go to the Crucible Keep and hand in some quests and stuff there. I don't think I wanted to return to the keep yet because I did not upgrade the walls and I get the feeling I'm under it. I'm going to be under attack, but I have to go back to the keep. I have to. Well, shit happens. So where do I need to go? Charles 5. Speak to Augusti, got an embassy. Vale, let's go.
Hey there.
Hey
How
there.
is it you Eothasians stay so optimistic? The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got two options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium, or you can wait for better days.
Well, feathers in my case. But I understand your point.
Okay. I'm at the embassy. No,
Ambassador Augusti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
saying as though remembering some heavy burden, Vicente crosses his arms before replying. Pelagina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. Ambassador, please hear her out. The ambassador appears mildly annoyed by your interjection and turns his attention back to Pelagina.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
The ambassador holds up his hand and cuts Pelagina off in this right and turn. Enough. We're not going over defined space animanters again. The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since the last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of our insubordination has already found the ears of the Duchessa of Paegip and the Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties. Must this talk reach the shores of Sparento? Pelagina's aggressive demeanor drains to state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matter Pelagina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to the Twin Elms, because that's where Pelagina needs to go.
What is it the Duke's need of me, Ambassador?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Glunfarth. We will need to meet the Glunfarth soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative here.
It shows, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodins? Their country is falling apart, and we are already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Although no fault of the Republicans, the Deerwood's army have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take the advantage of the situation. If we don't, the raid Serens will. Ambassador, there's some cold compassion considering what these people have been through.
More than that, Ambassador, there is a practical element to consider. We may profit in the short term from this arrangement, but what of the future? The Deerwood won't forget, and the Republics may pay the price for it.
The ambassador say, we're not the Dukes, Pelagina. It's their decision and our job to carry out the orders. It's not like they're asking you to assassinate someone. Pelagina raises her eyebrows and clenches her jaw but remains silent. Pelagina, he shakes his head. Go to the Twin Elms, speak to the Anamanfarth, impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood and reassure her of the Valian Republic's desire to open a safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
I know you plan to investigate the crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Of course, Ambassador, we all have our duties to attend to. Excellent. Now then, if you will excuse me. Asshole.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders.
I know you're right, Pelagina. We may find a way for you to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on here. Don't worry.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the Ambassador loses his patience.
So I fear that making this deal with the Glenfarthans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republicans in the years to come. Well, it's a long way to Twin Elms. You'll have plenty of time to think about it.
Verus.
Then we go to Crucible Knights. Then we'll go there to Cal Palace. Should be some people I can speak to there. So the first quest I got, I think, was with this lady here. Yes, this little girl, Wayla. Okay, your gods were charmed by the spirit of a woman named Leara. I've gotten rid of her. Her tight eyes grow round. By the flame you found her, my missing commander. She heaves a sigh and loses her gaze among the floor. And she was calling to the watch from beyond the grave. It doesn't make sense, but nothing in that accursed district does. What happened to the soldiers under her spell? All of your knights are dead. Train them better next time. They didn't make it. I see. Nevertheless, thank you for your help. You've left me with many questions and answers, but at least I know what happened to my troops and Commander Lera. Please accept this is a token of my gratitude. Major positive. Moderate positive. Ooh. There's nothing else. I must attend to my duties. Farewell. Then this way, if I'm not mistaken. Just the Sears. I've got Vienna's notes. Well done. Bring them to Dunstan. To Dunstan. When you've finished, I may have more work for you. Who the hell is Dunstan? I don't know who this is. Turn to Caed, okay. Supply and demand reports may okay, whatever. Turn to Curran. Yes. Return to Naden, yes. Give Vienna to I retrieve Vienna that Dunstan is waiting for them back in Crucible Keep in first fires. Training room, archives, barracks, forge. Oh, is Dunstan not the forge, the dwarf guy? I've already told you. Yes. Yes. Give him Venus reasons. I think this is what you've been looking for, Knights of Crucible, moderate positive development. I said you're working with Animas to build forge.
So much for his talk of secrecy. Aye, I'm building Cleaver's metal warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
How are you creating these forge knights? Suits of armor and souls. Cleavers had me repairing and reinforcing unused armor for months now, just so we can fill them with sod's essence. Some poor sod's essence. He wipes his shining brow. As long as the scholar girl got her numbers right, infusing the armor with a soul won't be that hard, but that's not what bothers me. And you need Vienna's research to complete them. She's been working out a method to transfer the soul into the armor. Getting the presses just right is critical. He holds up a hand. Bind the soul too tightly and you get something like those flesh constructs that at the sanitarium, barely bright enough to avoid walking into a wall. He raises his other hand, but bind them too loosely and they'll be too soft, too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers and metal bodies. Do you disagree with Cleaver about the Forge Knights? I disagree with him on near about everything, and this is no exception. These Forge Knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them what he wants, but they aren't knights. Doesn't take you too much nose to smell at the trouble here. A group that can't stand together is headed for a fall. Enough about the Forge Knights.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
Okay, you don't sound happy about this. Passionate. I'm not, and I'm not surprised someone as strong-willed as you is going along with it. I've made it clear to Cleaver that this is a mistake, trying to harness souls like this. It's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cleaver's given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. Anyway, Cleaver's told me I am to sell you any arms or armor you might want. You won't find better anywhere in the funds, but I can promise that.
Now, time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper.
He takes a purge bracelet and goes to work.
I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has a job for you, too.
Tell me what you have for sale. Oh, there we go. Two-handed sword, interrupt damage. 14 to 20 PS damage accuracy. 5 DR bomb inflicts disorientation. Once blizzard. 3 per 8. Oh, yes. Two-handed sword, yes. Yes. I want it. Thank you. You're so kind. Matrix cut. DR 14. Plus 30 against prone attacks, 15 against push attacks, 3 damage reduction. How much does this cost? I'm gonna spend more than I'm gonna save. Forge Masters damage reduction, burn, grants firebrand. Grants consecrated ground. No. That's 13k. Okay. Something I need to remove here. Is that ring? I need that back. Thank you. Okay. That's for you. You might actually use that now. There's a sword for you. Compare DR10 recovery speed. Damage under health, movement speed. No. Okay. You're not wearing that. There's a new sword for you. What's this do? Resolve. I'm not gonna use that.
Hey there.
wonder what makes this guy think I want another job. What was this? This should be like kind of done. 14 hours. Oh, in 14 minutes. Okay. Was there more you needed?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more. I've made a copy of Viana's research, and the High Justice has sent a courier to Anslog's Compass to retrieve it. The dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay, and after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the dozens. Yet.
High Justice, that sounds big. But after this, I expect they'll learn of your association with us and they won't be happy about it. Neither will the Demonals. They're trying to expand the family business and they resent us for standing in the way. I need someone I can trust, and you've proven your integrity both in my service and in the Defiance Bay. Consider it done.
Anslog's Compass is a small lagoon just north of Defiance Bay. Your contact will be a commander named Arenroad. She'll meet you by the docks. Return to me when you've finished. The High Justice has made the expansion of the Forge Knights his top priority, which means it's mine as well.
Okay. I take it I'm kinda sorta unwillingly a visible knight now. My own fault. Okay, yeah, hopefully we can finish a Dia's quest now. I don't think there is anything for me to do in the Ducal Palace. I don't even know what I'm doing here. No, nothing.
Welcome!
We've had a number of inquiries about this information. It seems there are quite a number of folk in David will be able to afford it. Many came into settlement with it. For the first time, he turns his full attention towards Chinese life. Of course, that policy is for the general public. Exception can be made for those who have already proven their worth. Yes. He looks up the shelf and withdraws a thick volume, shifting a layer of dust aside in his hand. The rosters are in the front. The inventories are of the dead in the back. He passes it into Adia's outstretched hands. Adias leaves through the book for some time, anxiously running his thick form fingers over the page after page names. At last, his hand stops his finger just below one name.
Woden Talesh died 18 Majavernho 2808. Third Battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glanfather names, I swear. Rayet Saris?
He stops short, his eyes bulging. They scan back and forth over and over.
I'll be the effigy. He fought for Rayet Saris.
He stares at the page.
Why did he fight for Rayet Saris?
We may not be meant to find out. I'm sure he had a good reason. Either do I, but he had to have a good reason. That's just who he was.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea, the one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw. And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. I mean, worth trying, right?
I'll help you any way I can.
I appreciate that. Wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
Build the last. What's this? Come on, a cleaver. Okay. Fragments. So this is Seek the Saints. Yeah, okay. Durance, just need to travel with him. Okay, no, okay, that's just the Long Hunt, Sagani, at Dwarfdom. Travel to the cliffs you saw in the vision. I don't know where the cliffs are. There's a statue where I felt the water. However, whoever he is now must be there. Cliffs that overlook the water. With the song completed. Word of comfort. Word of comfort. Probably get it back then. What does this thing do? Arcane dampener. Intellect. There's another one for you.
Yeah?
Okay. Overlooking the water. It's in Stormwall Gorge, I think. Personal opinion. I can't see another place where you can there. Onslaught's Compass. And then there. It might be there as well. Searing Falls. Okay. Okay. And Defiance Bay. Brackenbury. I said 14 minutes, it took 13 to travel here, and I was talking to that guy. Oh, it's completed. Okay. First wall. Okay, first things first. Wind sail. Travel to Onslaught's Compass. Hull Palatina. Broke. Okay. Return to port. Return to Caed Nua. Spinal reporting. Yes. Return to Curran and Hadred at Hadred House in Brackenbury. Hadred House.
Well met, friend.
Excuse me, but I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse in the Heritage Hills. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who has lost the curse. For your part in reclaiming heritage, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well. Thank you. Okay. Who's Lyra? Oh. One of those people. That guy was here.
How do you do?
I found the missing people. Yes, you've been all over Defiance Bay since last we spoke. He's alert search. What did you find? They were all murdered. A woman named Lamdala killed them as part of her performances. He says something big. I knew it. I'll send my men after her right away. It's too late for that. She confronted me before I could get to you. I killed her. Indeed, Curran's toothly smile widens. I can't say I'm terribly sorry. You've been a resourceful investigator, and your shrewdness has helped to resolve the most troublesome case and save many lives, I'm sure. It was worth it to put a stop to these heinous crimes. I appreciate your zeal. Take this as a payment for your service. No payment is necessary. Thank you for your generosity. Whatever. Most generous of you, Denwood Rowe, will long remember this, as will I. Curran shakes his hand. And should you decide to lengthen investigation and low pay are your style, there's a place for you in Denwood Road to find by Major Potter. The final act. Okay, we are done with that. Next, we return to Nedin outside the Blackenberry Sanitarium. Oh crap, I've done so much stuff after this.
Hello.
You'll never believe what I found. Okay, let's do this.
Hello.
You, Lady of Lamont, you really found it. Hidden cradles a musty tome like a newborn. I can't believe it. It really exists. She looks back at you. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She almost turns to the book, but at the last moment, she remembers herself and gives you a big bag of coin. You have lost nine. Okay, copper. Okay. I'm glad this will be useful to you. I don't suppose you could spare a little more. I was glad to help. Okay. Companion stronger. See, this is why I need to Very defender modifies all defenses except deflection. Defender used to enemies engaged minus 5 deflection. Okay. We will become bigger tank. More tanky. Lore, I guess. See, I put mechanics there as well. Interdiction. Once interdiction, 1 per counter, area of effects, interrupt, dazed. Condemns to priest first dazing any enemies in the area. Inspired Flame, the faithful of Walgrim gain an accuracy bonus with sword and arquebus. And can cast a special version of Burst of Summer Flame. Ooh. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains more to all attributes and movement modifiers. Hell no! Now we can gain accuracy bonus with sword and arquebus. So he's gonna use a sword from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cinders travel to the Fergus vision. Okay. Now I want to... I'm done with Defiance Bay. Not technically. Copper Lane. Kinda sorta technically. What did I want to do in Copper Lane? Let's go there. I need to go to Andre's Gift quickly. I still didn't go over the docks. But the guy stood on a cliff, not on docks. Okay. Need to go back to Brackenberry quickly. Because there's a cliff. There's a cliff there. And then we're leaving the Fires Bay. Okay. Even faster. Yeah. I've got a quest inside there as well for her, not inside there for her. Yes, and I need. I already got into the archives. There's a quest for her. Let's see quickly. See, there's an odd roll wall, so can't be. Well, noble. It's like those are the people for. Noble, no. Okay. Unslog's compass. Done with bison leaves. Oh. And the center word. At the dock.
Hey there.
Good day to you.
Okay, very easy, sure. Take it. Really. Tell me what's happening at Fleetbreaker Castle. You've come from the Crucible Keep, I take it. I was told you'd have something for me. Her eyes narrow, but she's eventually shrugs. You're obviously helping Commander Cleaver, so I suppose I can tell you. The High Justice has been gathering forces there. This mess with the legacy, the unrest, and the man-eating corpse all over the Deerwood. It isn't going away anytime soon, and the dozens are using this as an opportunity for a power grab. We've got to build up strength to defend the Deerwood as well as our position here. And with these forged knights at our disposal, we'll be unstoppable. Give me another research. Excellent. I should get this back to the High Justice before she looks at you slowly and sounds the approach with the too late. Get ready. Well, this man's face is twisting into a snarl. Are you mad? You hold the secrets to one of the foulest examples of animancy, and you want to hand it over to the Crucible Knights. He shakes his head. It's an abomination. Caged souls used as weapons, and you'd give these silk stockings an army of them. He raises his axe, tightening his grip around the haft. I can't let you do this. The research must be destroyed. I'd like to see you try. I have to get through me first. Get them all. Okay. So. You run that way. You run that way. Cast that there. Shoot that one.
What?
Can't get a good shot.
Ironwood wipes her blade on the lining of her cap. I'll take that as our cue to leave, with the dozens growing so bold there's no time to waste. She strides back toward the waiting boat. Give my regards to the commander and watch your back out there.
Sure.
There's a new- Oh, here's the other pistol. There's a new booksy for him. No. Okay. Also Visage. Minor Blights. Okay, now we can sell this book as well.
Mm-hmm.
Go away. Caed Noir. I will rest here until my walls are done. Return to cool.
Looks a little healthier than before.
No, my walls are not done. I will rest here until my walls are done. Because I just know we're gonna get attacked. Just know it. Oh, you finally fixed it. Well done. Okay, lore. Confusion. 4th level wizard spell. Oh, these are spells. Dimension shift, switching the location of the caster and one ally. No. Pool of Yora. Yes, I wanted that. Arcane Veil. Conjure the protective shield of magic, dramatically boosting the wizard's deflection. Grimoire slap. Oh yeah, I want to slap someone with a Grimoire. Greater lay on hands. Perception. There we go. I see something quickly. Now that I have that perception. Damn. What's this? 5 hours. Perception. Okay, so Garnier Santa's over to you, stretching her legs. She holds a pouch of deer jerky in one hand and she offers it as she takes a seat across from you. Itumok looks on hungrily. Long day. She bends one arm behind her head, reaching until you hear a pop. Just wanted to see how you're holding up. You seem to have a lot of long nights. Well enough, thanks. That's relief. I was following an Ardra bear before. I'd hate to find out that my situation had gotten worse. She holds her arms over her knee. Look, It's been a while since I had hunting party, but we're in this together now, and even if we're hunting for different things, we're still hunting together. She takes a hunk of dried meat from her pouch and bites a long strip from it. Mark licks his lips and she tosses him the rest. I don't understand exactly what's happening to you, but I'll help you find Theos, same as you're doing for me. Okay. Thank you. It's appreciated. We're gonna sleep for 4 days now. Let's retrain. I should have done this first. I don't know why I didn't just do this. 2 days though. These people are taking a holiday. Has arrived from Twin seeking. Send an escort. Send him, I don't want to see him. Two more rests. Has arrived from Kilwell seeking. Send an escort. Bolt. Okay. Now I can go on with those things.
Yeah?
Okay. Walls are built. Let's see what my walls look like.
That's a...
Oh yeah, that's walls. Looks better. No more holes. It's not holy anymore. Farmer. I wouldn't pay, so they set my corpse on fire. When my boy tried to stop him, they knocked him overhead. He's alive, but he can't think straight no more. The boy got lucky. My gods, good men both got put to the sword after they'd surrendered. I paid those thugs what they wanted, but they still took everything I had. There he is, a woman points at you, and all eyes on the crowd turn their hostile gaze upon you. What's going on here? We want justice. You've been terrorizing us, and we won't stand for it any longer. Go on. You sent your men to my farm to collect the crop tax, saying we was overdue. For me, it was a road toll. I've been traveling up and down this way for years, and this was the first I've heard of such a thing. Other people in the crowd chime in with similar stories. What makes you think I sent these men? They said they were acting on orders from the Lord of Caed. That's you. Those men weren't my men. Weren't my men. Then who were they? They weren't no common bandits. If this is happening again, it's not on my orders. You heard it directly from me. Say we believe you. What about what we've lost? What about my crops? And my goods? And the families of my gods? Leave me before I hang a lot of you. I'll make these men face justice. You can count on it. We appreciate that, but can you offer us any compensation? Just a little help to get by, of course. He pleaded. Share this amongst yourselves. Most generous of you, my lord. The villagers nod and smile at you, uttering thanks as they distribute the coins between them. I told you. Marshal for an angry mobs, the inevitable thorn is every ruler's side egg. What brings you to Caed? I have news from Lord Gathbin. Let's discuss it in the Great Hall, away from curious ears. I will single-handedly wipe your dude out. I've done it with Raedric. I'll do it again. Point me in the direction of his keep. I've received word that Lord Cathman is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Field. It appears a peaceful claim to Caed is no longer possible. The Earl has sent me to aid you in forming your own force to counter this threat. I'm here in an advisory role only, of course. The Earl won't officially take sides in this dispute. Let's talk about my army. The martial notes. Where am I getting my troops? I've sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Caed. Hopefully people will realize that being under your rule is preferable to the Lord of Cathbans. Any hireling stationed at Caed will also accompany you to the battle, so I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. However, most of these men and women have no military experience. Hopefully you can gain additional allies, the Knights of the Crucible perhaps, or the Dozens. What's the status of my regular troops? The Marshal shakes his head. Too green and too few. If you go up against Lord Cathban now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. We need to recruit veteran troops. I know a company or two of veterans that would be willing to join us for a bit of coin. I'd say 10,000 coppers should cover the expenses. There you go. It will be done. What special allies do I have available? He shakes his head. No one has offered their help. I'm afraid it may be possible to find an ally in Defiance Bay among the Knights of the Crucible and Dozens, or if you're truly desperate, House Dominal. I've also heard rumors of a force of raid Sarens currently in the White Marsh. If you find your way that far north, perhaps you can sway some of them to join the cause. Very well. Why won't the Earl officially legitimize my claim? It's a delicate situation. Legally, Lord Cathman claims just, and he knows it. Stripping land and title from a noble family is quite dangerous, perhaps more so than killing the man outright. With Cathman dead, the Earl only need worry about blood vengeance from family members and actually cared for Lord Cathman. Those, if court gossip is to be believed, are few and far between. Losing a family claim to a land and title though, such disputes incite hatred from the entire clan and their political allies, not to mention the unease it causes among the other nobles. Wars are started for less. Now, if Cathban is to be denied, it will be you who must prove your legitimacy to the Earl and all others who would dispute your claims. This is what it means to be noble in the Deerwood. How much time do I have? Enough. It's rumored Lord Cathman will suffer a series of unfortunate and completely unforeseeable setbacks before his army is complete. He grins and winks. Still, I'd not tarry too long. I have a fortress with strong walls. Why not let Cathman's army come to me? Lord Cathman isn't a fool enough to risk tearing down Caed just to kill you. And if you shield yourself behind these walls, he'll have free reign to torment your subjects in the countryside. Okay. Let's go hand in this quest.
Hey there.
Let's go hand in the quest with the Crucible Knights. Maybe I can get them to come and help me, and then we do that quickly. But we will do that in the next episode.
Better indeed.
I think I am going to call it here. And then in the next episode, we will run to Defiance Bay quickly. We will hand in this quest with the Crucible Knights. Hopefully we'll have enough standing to tell them about our little predicament here. And then we will go and fight this lord and make sure that Caed is mine. And this asshole does have no claim on it. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching.